Hola! Hello, sunflowers, all the light in the world, the peace and blessing of Saint Sarah, and all of us Roma people. This is Luz de Cigana Sulamita, official here on this Tuesday, May 26, 2026, recording tonight. Of course, today was a day to make light mandalas, and I had really missed getting back to my mandalas. I'm very happy to be here, very happy and very grateful to each of you who allows me into your home, who trusts the gypsy. To each of you who leaves your like here, your constructive criticism, your suggestions for videos, and to those of you who help us through this QR code that's here on the screen. Through pics in any amount for our more than 100 rescued animals victims of mistreatment, abandonment, and vulnerability. They all filled their bellies today thanks to you, so may you receive 3 times as much in peace, love, health, and blessings in your life. Whoops. Well, let's get started then, right? You asked, and you asked a lot. I had already made a prediction, right? For the convicted ones. But regarding this treatment he's doing, many people actually believe that it's kind of, because coming from him, right, we can't believe anything, right? Yeah, when I was a child, my mom used to say that if I lied a lot, my nose would grow just like Pinocchio's. And I was so scared, you know, because I've always had a pretty big nose, right? It couldn't get any bigger. I was already aware of that when I was a kid, you know? And now, after so many years, 50 years of life, that's when I found out it wasn't Pinocchio, you know? It's the guy who got his conviction overturned, who knows how to lie like no one else, but anyway. Is that so? Let's go. I'm feeling his energy, okay? As you can see from this candle with horrible black smoke that's here. Yeah, mine is just quietly sitting there looking cute side by side, right? Mine looks cute, right? Yeah, but you can see I think you can see it through the cell phone camera, right? Shaky, crying with black smoke coming out. I'm using his energy, so this won't be a long video because I did this for you, okay? I don't like channeling this creature's energy because it's already burned my cell phone, set my altar on fire. All sorts of things have happened just by channeling his energy. That's how blessed it is, right? Not to say something else. But what I'm feeling here, before I even turn the cards, I don't know, you know? Well, let's find out if the unconvicted one is really sick or not for real, or if it's just a treatment that will pass, right? It's not going to pass. He's not going to do the treatment. Everything will be fine. He'll run in the elections and everything will be wonderful, but it's not going to be wonderful for him. We already know that. Especially those of you who are part of the Clube dos Girassóis know much more. However, let's see if his sweet talk, you know, even to justify all the nonsense he's always done. Not to mention things I can't share here on YouTube. Or even to mess with people's emotions, to move people emotionally. Yeah, we can expect anything from him, right? So with your permission, today with my favorite decks, the Santa Sarah deck and my Sunflowers deck. Let's see, with the energy that I study him here, okay? I ask the spirit guides to use me as an instrument through this gypsy deck to bring precise and objective predictions and revelations about health. In fact, he is sick. Will this treatment be more invasive or not? Or is this just a smokescreen, a lie? One more lie, please. Use me as an instrument. That's how it is. That's how it will be. Thank God, Obja. It's always like this when I channel his energy, right? There you go. I ask the spirit guides to use me as an instrument, also through this gypsy deck, to bring predictions and precise, objective revelations about health. In fact, is she really sick, or is it just another lie to move people? Please use me as an instrument. So it is, so it will be, thank God. Opa, Obia. I just started shuffling the cards, huh? Let's go, let's do this. Are you all excited? The fortune teller is too. Let's go. Understand this well. What the fortune teller is reading today is about this treatment he's undergoing for cancer, where he'll have to do some radiotherapy sessions, right? And if it's really true that he has, this skin cancer, how serious it is, or if actually it's something, algo, said just to move people. Like I said, coming from him, we can expect anything, right? But here I see our land. Feeling like a period of tranquility is coming. Because of endings, because of changes. No, I'm not saying he's going to pass away tomorrow. That's not it, okay? Because here it means our land, represented by the woman. House 30, the house of lilies, means a period when we'll start to have more faith and feel more at peace. Reasons to strengthen our faith, to become calmer, because things are going to happen. Things related to endings. The number 9 in Kabbalistic numerology is the end of a cycle. Do you understand? Please understand. A prediction isn't cake mix. It's not a recipe. The mentors pass things on and I interpret them. And I see the house here, 13, which doesn't represent the child, obviously. Okay, it represents the person themselves, right? And I see a period here of there isn't any. For them, what do you mean, Sigana? The house of the bank has to do with the period of rest that the person has to take. Maybe even for a significant improvement in other areas, okay? I have to choose my words because we can't wish harm on anyone. No one, absolutely no one, is free from illness, especially cancer. And no matter how much this person has every possible flaw, and I don't know any good qualities in this person, this creature, I still can't wish them harm. Neither can I, nor can you. But I have to say what I see here, okay? But I see that in fact 13, okay? Okay? Do you see? 13, you have to give it time. And time for what? To take care of yourself. Okay? You want to know if he's really sick? Yes, he is. I even thought that this time, maybe he really is sick. He's in today's zone, right? But I thought that what was made public was actually something to move people emotionally. But I have something to tell you, okay? I see here the house of 22, which means the opening of paths. For him, no. For you, for me, for generations. I see the house of the key confirming this. In both readings. And I see generations becoming more and more united. And even those who had lost hope, united for a single purpose, the house of the dog, loyalty and faithfulness together with the goal. And why? Because you will start to see the fruits of our faith, of our prayers, and of divine justice. Through the reading of the law of return. Because the law of return across generations is relentless, and from it, absolutely no one escapes. What am I trying to say with this? What am I trying to say with this? That not everything was disclosed. I'm not a doctor. I don't understand anything at all about that field, but I do understand my cards. It was disclosed that they have to do radiotherapy because of this skin cancer. No, there's more to it than that. Why do I say that? Again, House 9, which is the closing of a cycle, came up in the previous reading. Pause the video and go back so you can see. The house of the fox, in other words, there's something being hidden from us there. The house of the whip. That has to do with it. With an aggravated illness. So it was announced that he will have a few sessions of radiation because of the skin cancer on his head. There's nothing more than that. That's why the bank came up in the reading. He's giving himself some time. The fact is that I've been saying it for a long time like a prediction, making predictions, and talking about it for a long time, you see? Just like I said more than 2 years ago that Bolsonaro wouldn't run in the elections because of health issues. Do you remember that? He won't be able to do it either, no. He might even run. Look, he might even run. He has to try, right? But he's not healthy enough now. None. This situation of his, from what I see here, we'll only find out when they can't hide it anymore. Do you remember? I'm from that time. I was a child. Back in the Tancredo Neves days. They hid it as much as they could, right? And he unfortunately ended up passing away. Anyway, his situation is the same thing. What was released by the media, what is being shared about it, is just a tiny little piece. He is seriously ill. But you will find out. At the right time, which is the house of the letter, the news. At the right time. And the house of news, of new developments. It's above United Sunflowers. Happy, like I said. For those who understand, a hint is enough. Sunflowers confirmed by feelings. And I have. For him regarding his life. The house of the cut. What does it mean? It confirms both cards that I have. The end of a cycle. House 9, the house of the scythe, the cut. We are reading about his health. And I have the cross. And I have the cross in both readings. So sunflowers? I say that this channel is for smart people. No. They didn't lie to us. They just left out how serious the situation was. He's not doing it. Or he will do radiation sessions. Because of skin issues, because of safety reasons. The problem goes much deeper. In other words, the end of the cycle. It's a fact. We'll only know, according to the house of the letter. Just like Cantangredo, when we can't hide it anymore. You got it, right? That's what it's about. Let me get rid of this energy, please. Okay? It's not me saying this, it's the cards that came out that I drew. I cut them, right in front of you, okay? We don't wish harm on anyone, but everyone reaps what they sow, and that's clear. I thought, this time, that at this very moment. It was, let's say, something to move people, but it didn't move anyone, right? And my video? How did I move you? What feeling did you have? When you learned about the predictions here? Because you already know my cards. 2 crosses with a cut in the middle. I think his health, really, is much worse than what was made public. But we'll find out through the media at the right time, okay? Well, these were our predictions for today. Have you already left your like here? Leave your like when tomorrow's video is up. YouTube recommends it to you and other people. You also get access. The truth and the light. And leave it here in the comments. Suggestions for tomorrow's video, Wednesday, all right? I leave you all with my gypsy blessing, the protection of our Mother Saint Sarah, our patroness. May she cover each of you with her mantle. May our Almighty Father in heaven and our Master Jesus be present in your home, in your life, in your heart, and in your actions. See you tomorrow if our Father in heaven allows it and Saint Sarah blesses us. Stay in the light, my sunflowers. Let there be light. Bring light to this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kiss from the gypsy. Watcha.